Hey folks, welcome back. Let's hope this does the thing that it should do. Hi, welcome back. So, today, I'm gonna be playing Final Fantasy XIV Online, the critically acclaimed MMORPG, with a free trial, etc, etc, etc. Hi, how's it going? I'm definitely not doing stuff for this axe today. What do you mean? This axe looks weird. Yes, hi. So outside of stream, I've been doing a lot of this. Then, just as stream was supposed to start, I couldn't do any more of this, because stream was about to start. Yeah, guess what I'm doing on stream today? Literally, the Mahatma exchange is currently done. I believe it only has a sense of conviction, meaning that if I go here, I haven't started a bit. I haven't started it at all. The newfound adventure is the first thing in post-EW. So we have a robust sense of conviction, which should be the last one of the Mahatma. Oh, this one looks different from what I imagined. Sure. If later on any one of my friends wants to hop in with me, please do not hesitate to ask. I would be more than happy to do something else. I'm gonna try and do a couple things today. So first of all, I'm gonna finish this weapon. There's only one thing left to do. Then I have to talk to, I believe it's either Yalzin or Geralt in the North Shroud, and that's pretty much it. After that, you would start the Kettle quest again. I'm not gonna do the Kettle quest. Then after this, I want to give Cosmic Exploration a fair shot. A friend of mine said that she was using it today and it was awesome for leveling. I haven't given it a fair shot. Last time I just went through the crafting dimensions, the planets that we went through, and let's just say that wasn't overly fun. It was just cutscene after cutscene after cutscene. To be honest, the planets have been, from what I can see, have been done for a bit. So I have no idea if there's anything more for them to be unlocked, restored, whatever. And once I've given crafting a fair shot, I'm going to continue MSQ. The Post-Endwalker starting with Newfound Adventure in Modona in the Rising Sand, in the Rising Stones. I hope. Could be that I get distracted and suddenly I'm in, I don't know, let's say I'm suddenly interested in doing machinist quests. But for now, let's try and keep this up. And let's do the Aurum for the last time. So I've gotten it pretty much down to somewhere around the 2-minute 40, 2-minute 50 mark. And then commence. Third one for Cosmic Exploration only finished, at least on my world, in the last, week. Oh, fair enough. I have done all the cutscenes up until the second world, I believe, so I could check it out. I don't know if it's gonna do anything special for me. And if I now do it like I should have done from the start, like this, and like this, I won't have annoying Lily of the Valleys along my back. There we go. Start running. That's for lion seals. So I also am getting low again on tomestones. But that's mostly because I have been using them for this weapon. There's a good amount of stuff. Is good, great, even for leveling, but you won't do anything interesting. It's just leave question space. Yeah, fair enough. I just want to figure out what it is. If it's leaf quests in space, hey, that's better than the leaf quests on Earth. Because it's in space! Also, hi DMB. Apparently there's an entire thing you can do with the firmament. I have no idea what that's about, but could be leaf quests in Ishgard. For all I care. For all I know. A friend of mine said that that was the best way of leveling crafting. It's the optimal way to level land stuff, and the experience is higher than you do quests more efficiently. It's just that 99% of its gameplay is sitting in one place rushing craft. Fair enough. Fair enough. So I should open up a crafting way, is what you're saying. It's a little more different. It's a pain in the shit, in my opinion. You need actively Ghana materials in there. You don't in Cosmic. Also, no, don't waste time on crafting way. Oh, it's... You don't need recipes? Fair enough. Why is this thing? Why is this folly? Why is this mistress? High level turn-ins. If you want experience fastest, you just want to go. No. Fair enough. Okay. Good to know. What's up, kitty? Come on, jump on. Jump on. Are you literally gonna come to me now to be let out? Just as I start streaming. I got some more research for the crafting relics most far as I know, yeah. Okay. Return to Yalzan in Hurstmill. Okay, in that case, if the cat doesn't let me be, she might have to go to the toilet, because she's been in my room the entire day. Relics and cosmic currencies, if you want to spin the wheel or buy dice, high quality, increase those rewards. Oh, fair enough. Okay. Let's go to the Black Shroud, the North Shroud. And then Falgord Float. Let's see what we got here. This always takes ages. I am currently on a North American server, meaning that my lag is, well, my loading times are not the greatest. My lag actually works out fairly well most of the time. The only times I get disconnected is when DMB gets disconnected, so it's a server issue. Like, maybe once or twice extra, but, like, that's because my internet sucks. Here we go. Jalzan, where the fuck are you, bud? Okay. He's right here. Let's talk to you. Zodiac Weapon Zeta Modification. Zodiac Weapon Awakening. Awaken Ragnarok. Oh yeah. I need to have it in my inventory, and it might have to be fully repaired. Hand over Ragnarok. So it's gonna have higher strength, higher vitality, higher direct hit rate, and higher skill speed. Though, funny thing about this is still a shit weapon compared to what I am currently wearing. Even if you were to do this, all of this, immediately after A Realm Reborn, and you would start with the weapons in Heavensward, this weapon would be great to start with, but only to start with. I would imagine. And there we go. The Ragnarok. Ragnarok Zeta. I love the ridiculousness of their faces. There we go. And to take a screenshot. There we go. Sad that can I do scroll lock? Or is that just too late? Yeah, okay, cool. So now, if I do this, and I go stand here, do one of these, and then do this. Neat. Neat. Okay, let's see about putting you here. There we go. My own weapon. My own Ragnarok. And that's pretty much gonna be that. I'm done with this weapon. I could use it to upgrade, to get an easier path forwards to the next, to the next relic. I could start with the Awakened, I don't know what it is. For the bow it's the Berenbow. That I know. For the rest, I don't necessarily know. Okay, so, Cosmic Exploration. I'm going to the moon. Sea of Stars. Best Way Burrows. I'm starting to get low on coin. Says the guy who has 1 million gil in his inventory. To be honest, 1 million gil. If I didn't do this entire quest, I would still have like close to 2 million gil. Let alone if I, like, would like to travel to the cosmic exploration areas. Okay, so let's see what this all entails. Once again, it's loading quite slowly. Great. So, Cosmic Exploration apparently is a side quest type thing for crafting and stuff like that. So, as I am currently, this is not the way to go. I'm currently a Discipline of War, or whatever it is. Discipline of... I don't know. I'm currently fighting, not crafting, gathering. I would like to change that, so let's take a different piece of gear. Let's say I want the Carpenter. And yes, I know, this looks absolutely ridiculous, I should get better gear. This is absolutely ridiculous, I should get better gear. and only the initiates are better. Like, yeah, it even has better control. War and Magic are the combat stuff. Yeah, it's that one. Okay. Hand and land we're currently working on. So, as you can see, I only have Carpenter, Blacksmithing, Leatherworking, Weaver, Alchemist, Miner, and Botanist. I do not have Armorer, Goldsmith, Culinarian, and Fisher. Let's see. So apparently we need to do the Stellar missions. And then Carpenter. Stellar missions refer to crafting and gathering requests posted by the initiative. Would you like to view the exploration guide? Yes. Stellar missions are requests issued by the Discipline of Hand and Land for the purpose of furthering the initiative. Accepting missions, click the button, select a mission from the tab. When you're ready to begin, select the initiate button to undertake the mission. You may only accept one at a time. Duty list appears whenever a stellar mission is active. Heed the instructions, fulfill the request. Mission in progress. During an active mission, mission complete. I can report from anywhere apparently. Okay. In the beginning, you are only permitted to undertake Class D stellar missions. You will gradually unlock more difficult tasks upon reaching the requisite conditions, which can be found below the missions section list. Unlocking tasks in any given area will unlock stellar missions for all exploration areas. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, so let's start with this one. Item level is below average for the selected mission. To more easily achieve a gold star rank, you may wish to purchase gear from XIV at the Moongate hub. Ah. What is that? Gwingith at the Moongate hub. So this is the Moongate hub. Is that the trader? Those are robots. Orbiting away. XIV. So I have currently level 52. Carpenter. Let's check. So this is level 43. And I'm currently level 52. The Mithrite Half-Heart Saw. Would be better. How much better? A decent amount even. Okay. And then trade craft. So this should be fairly even for all the things. $50. 51, 50. 51 again, yes. Then 50, 51. I am now below a million. Decent set, nice. Item level 41. Okay, so my hammer is currently the lowest, but I don't think Tradecraft? Fieldcraft? It's not here. Okay. Is it then... Oh, here. Hammer. 56, 53, Cobalt Hammer. Item level 47. Is very close to what I got right now. So... let's see. Let's initiate this. Item level is below average for the selected mission. This is... like... what? This is the best I can get. Currently. Average item level 63. Oh, it's the rings. Yeah. I didn't upgrade my accessories. Purchase accessories. 17. What? Is it just literally that bad? I didn't check. Level 15, 5, 19. Did I not? I might have not. Gosh darn it. That is going to be useful for my other gear, but yeah, that is suddenly a whole lot different. 52. 45? 49. 46. 47. 52, Holy Cedar. Oh, did I? Oops. Oh yeah. We will need those for something else at some point. We're fine. These are crafting points, yes. And then do this. Oh, the bracelets. Accessories, and then check the bracelets. CP 46, 53. So it's gonna be these. And I did the same thing with the gatherer thing. Awesome. Okay. Okay. We are currently level 64, which is still lower than we could be. 70, 70, 46. Yeah. 59, 70, 70, 65, 65. Patrician's goatee. we are currently at level. Okay. So... 175. So if I just literally do this... So at the very least I can see that quick synthesis is not going to be a thing, which DMB has said before in his streams, so that is going to be rather a lot of sitting, standing, and being around places that don't seem to be fairly interesting to do on stream. Okay, awesome, good to know, good to see, happy to have done. And then report. Okay, we have new things gotten. Daily successes. You completed the star mission. We have mech ops, stellar successes, infrastructure index, to eternity and beyond. All facilities completed. Okay, no idea what this means. Mech ops. Special missions that require the use of powerful vacuum suits. Would you like to view the exploration guide? Oh, okay, nice. Something different. And since I'm just class D, I am locked at level 10. I presume. Huh. Okay. So don't really get any quality assurance. Okay. It's also, like, so mundane that this is something you want to AFK. But since you have to open up a new thing and open up a new mission and keep on crafting that way, it is definitely not the way to do this. Like, it's definitely not AFKable. Huh. Since I'm way too high a level for this... If I do this, I suddenly get this, but is it, like... This is daily? Or is this to unlock the next level that I have to do these? Oh, wow. $72 times 8. 7 times 8 equals 56, so I should just be able to do click, 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 click. Oh. Okay. I'm currently at level D, so... We're making extra stuff. Look on the right side to see how many you actually need to craft. Oh, okay. We need 3. Okay. Current score is 600, but if I get a score of 1200, which I can't get by just crafting shit, I will get silver rank, which is better, but like, oh, fair enough. So this should just be that, and I should be able to report. And doing extras doesn't give me jack shit. Okay. If I go to this place, yeah, Class C now unlocked. Complete the following quest, Inscrutable Tastes. Fair enough. Complete Class C missions, yeah. 3. Okay, apparently... Well, where would I do that? We also have the researching way. Quality is the main way to increase the score, high quality crafting components, and the final item for one that have multiple steps. Okay. So... following quest, Inscrutable Tastes. You have to do this quest in Ishgard before you do the crystalline mean in the crystarium. Sends you to the Revenant's Atoll. Yeah, so apparently this is in Ishgard. I just looked it up. We can be doing that. Let's see. Ishgard is in... I am gonna be 100% at the wrong place at the wrong time, because I do not know the difference between Ishgard and Idithshire. So apparently this is the Inscrutable Tastes. Firmament. Inscrutable Tastes. So that is going to be slightly on that side. So apparently towards the firmament is another one of those crafting quests. My friend was speaking highly of it. The below one or the top one? The below one. This will give us the collectible action. Okay. Quest accepted. Deliver the letter to Revenant's Atoll. I've been here quite a few times in the past couple weeks. Should be around here somewhere. There we go. I would like to give you this letter. This is collectible action, okay. Huh. You can now craft and gather collectibles. Collectibles can be traded for crafter and gatherer scripts by speaking with appraisers employed by Rowena's House of Splendors. These scripts can be exchanged for items usable by disciples of Land and Hand. To learn more about collectibles, speak to Lidir Lona. You obtain collectible. The higher an item's collectability, the more attractive it is to NPCs who are seeking to purchase or trade them. Collectibles cannot be stacked or sold to regular merchants, nor can they be consumed or used as material for synthesis. Furthermore, there exist certain wares that can only be crafted as collectibles. This can be confirmed both in the description and in the crafting log. Okay. So that was that. So now I can go back to the moon. I am definitely more than lagging behind most people. Well, not most people. Well, yeah, technically most people. There will definitely be people that are stuck in a Realm Reborn after having done stuff, but or not having done stuff. I'm not sure. Is there? There should be one, right? There should be a level thingamajigger up here, right? Crafting quests. Fiona. Okay. It seems to be this as well. Yeah, okay, cool. So with some... Actually, since we're here, cruising way, let me finish this quest off with you. You are good to load in now, please. Oh, cutscene. Cool. All passengers ready and willing. We've recorded some unusual gravity readings at the destination, so I suggest you prepare for a rocky landing. Routing engine output to anti-gravity thrusters, ignitions, liftoff! Yeah, so all the Loperids get a seat, but the passenger has to stand. Great. No planet. Welcome to Mars. I mean, Cosmo Hopper disengaged. Another smooth ride, if I do say so myself. Thus far... Relaxing Sunday goes a stream. Yeah. Would you look at that? Huh. That is weird. Like, cosmologically... Cosmologically, that's insane. 2 rings. All of that bedrock jettisoned into the atmosphere. It's as if the star was torn apart. Yet it endures, ever bearing the scars of its suffering. Oasis. Sea of Stars, Oasis. I want to finish this quest line. These runes are the largest we've recorded on Oasis so far. Is that what we're calling it then? Delise, are you acquainted with my friend here? Modern Radwin, I presume. I've heard tell of you, an indispensable asset to the initiative. Given that archaeological sites proliferate this star, I thought to offer the Initiate some assistance. And we are ever so grateful that we have her at the helm of our research. I look forward to working closely with you and the other fine adventurers here. At present, our endeavor to understand this star has barely begun. While we found no intelligent life lingering amidst the ruins, there are flora, fauna, and minerals in abundance. The density of the ether across the star and its inability to... These ethereal conditions have resulted in gravitational anomalies, such as the ones you see above. It hangs like a moon, the intensity of the pull waxing and waning irregularly. Waxing? Strong enough to pull upwards, screaming into the sky? You will be reassured to hear that stadium specialists have augmented a rainbow crystal with gravitational magics to counterbalance the environmental effects at play. Said effects are not truly negated, however, only mitigated. Be mindful of the objects around you, as they may float or fall. Yet, in spite of it all, civilization once flourished here. The structures we found are proof of that. Structures with the little architectural variation, nor aught suggesting they were constructed over a span greater than a generation. I'm inclined to see them as part of an outpost, not unlike our own. I believe I catch your meaning. Could it be that their architects came from another star, just as we have? The evidence suggests as much, and sheer scale indicates that it was more than a mere base of operations for exploration. The questions we must ask then is, why build a colony here? For what purpose did these visitors come and whence? Not to mention the looming issue of why they are no longer here. The more we learn, the more mysteries abound. Just think, Modern. What started as my humble curiosity has led us all the way here to the discovery of an unknown civilization. Who were these people, and what tragedy befell them? These burning questions deserve answers. But to find them, the initiative must leave no stone unturned. Do what you can to lend a paw here on Oasis, and I will keep you apprised of any major actions. Likewise, I shall be in touch, be it via exotablet or something. Should turn off auto-scroll when I read. Time to roll up the proverbial sleeves. Any stone you turn, I shall name. And complete this. So, this looks fairly stable. Oasis now accessible. Final was my favorite. I think that's how you spell. I think so. Much like you had run of days past, the crystalline structures in the depths of Emerald Echoes is in a sorry state. We shall need to brush off the dust and breathe life back into its facets. Huh? Megalithopolis. Terra Firma. Huh. It definitely looks like there's been people here. Preparations for reawakening the deep echoes. Huh. Let's see. Did these resets? Oasis isn't finished up on the Hyperion. Nice. See the bar at the top of your screen. Yeah, I saw. Like, currently we are, what, like 1 or maybe 2 in and a little? So I have a feeling I have to do more of these to get stuff done, right? To get more, better cosmic. Huh. Nice. No, actually. Let's do this. We need to make 3 of them. Sausage per planet, though I think you keep unlocked tiers between each. Yeah, it seems like... Okay, cool. $800, yeah. It's literally 1 that you need to do to get silver. Let's see what silver does. $1,200 points. It gives a bit extra Cosmo credits and Oisos credits, I believe to have seen. Okay, fair enough. This is very interesting. But also very boring. Well, boring. Boring to watch. Let's call it that. I'm going to teleport myself back to Gridania because then transporting to where I want to go next is going to be cheaper. So, I have done the first 2 things on my list today. I'm going to do the last thing on my list today, unless any of you want to play along. I'm currently on Hyperion. If any of y'all want to do something together, we could do that. Or if we want to do... if you just want to watch me continue playing the regular game, Newfound Adventure in this case, I would also be happy to do so. Let's get back to Warrior. And let's see about the best gear we can get. We have the best gear that we can get. I should first go to the thing. Also, I have a feeling that I should be able to do the Fractal Continuum and Saint Mosian's Arboretum by myself at this point in time. Expert delivery. I wish I could just accept this. Like, these are all from the Aurum Vale and from the Aurum Vale, pretty much. It's just gonna be the Aurum Vale. Because I've been running it, like, 24 times today? Yeah, 24 times today. I might have all of the gear that you can get from the Aurum Vale. I'm gonna pour my glass before going on. Yep. And now I would very much like to step a foot back and stretch myself. There we go. And now to sell more stuff. These are literally giving me tuppence. But hey, it's something. That's gonna be that. We're fine. That guy has Meteon running around with him. Cool. Oh yeah, now you've finished main patch Endwalker. I think you can unlock Pilgrim's Traverse if you ever want to try that deep dungeon out, Necro. I don't know. Do we want to try the deep dungeon out? I have 4 Miser's Folly. Like, I shouldn't sell it. Like, no one's gonna buy that one. You get that one from the Aurum Vale. Without even trying. Like, not a lot of people are gonna do the dungeons, like, again, if they don't have to. Well, not a lot of people. That's not correct. Like, a lot of people are gonna do this. That's part of the MMO experience. Yeah, they're selling them for 200 and a bit. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Bring me loot. Yeah. You. It's the weird looking Anno mod again. Hi Laura, how's it going? Okay. Sold items in your inventory. Oh no, not in my inventory. In my retainer's inventory. You? Put up for sale. I would like to... Asking price 250. Quantity 1. Confirm. Same thing again. This is most likely going to be standing on the market forever. Yeah, fair enough. Like, how much are you going for? I don't care. Give it away for 100. Confirm. There we go. That's fine by me. Yeah, I tend to play different games on the weekends. Normally we'd have Vampire the Masquerade today, but friend needs more time preparing, which is completely fine. It is less put random things in front of people type of game than Dungeons and Dragons is, for instance. Okay, so Mordona. Let's go to the Rising Stones. Also, I would like to remind people, I am a variety streamer. Me playing a game you like to see now does not mean I will play it again later. It's just really zoomed in. Also that. Though I highly doubt... Ah, man. That could be a fun Anno game, but like for once, not for an entire series. Anno High Fantasy. It's not ever going to become a thing, I don't think. Like, Anno has pretty much set itself to semi-historic representation of the times. Not like, let's say, Lord of the Rings, you suddenly take over as a steward of Gondor and have to build out Minas Tirith. Whatever. Technically, it is high fantasy. Hey, hi Mina, how's it going? Tataru. Oh, we get stuff. Love to see you. If you're not in too much of a rush, I was about to make a pot of tea. Would you like a cup? I would like a cup. Otherwise, there'd be. There's another fantasy. City builder. I'll be real. It's not. If there's not dragons, it's not high fantasy. Technically, Anno 2205 is high sci fantasy. Pure science fiction, yeah. But what's the what if there were dragons but they were extinct? So isn't there a definition of fantasy and high fantasy where it's pretty much just low fantasy is pretty much the real world but different, so technically Anno would be that. And high fantasy is a world that is following different rules than our own, something like that. I don't know.
Meanwhile, I'm left with a surplus of free time and the question of how to make the most of it.
We got a cutscene.
What about you? Any plans for the immediate future?
A grand new adventure, of course.
Traveling to the edge of existence and back wasn't enough? Well, if that's the case, I might have a suggestion for you. You fought bravely and selflessly, helping those in need and saving our star from unimaginable threats. For your deeds, you've been hailed as the champion of Eorzea and a host of other incredible things. But why not put those titles aside for a while? Acquit yourself as a simple adventurer again, and travel the world in search of wonder.
Right. Who knows what mysteries are still waiting to be discovered? Well, Hand Dragon's most of its magic is extinct. Very, very rare, but in Lord of the Rings there's swarms of magic all over the place. Magic creatures like trolls and fell beasts, wraiths and big-ass fire dragons. Yet, Lord of the Rings is technically in its apocalypse.
If you're having trouble deciding, just leave it to me. Thavner, that's where you should go next. I doubt you were able to squeeze in a proper tour of Radzat the last time you were there. What with the burning skies and rampaging monsters and so forth. And I'm sure Vritra would be pleased to see you. Then there's the bounty itself. The Empire's presence in the region was always a deterrent to exploration. So if you've a mind to sail that sea, now's your chance. Just think of all the new experiences you could have.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? As the bearer of Azem's crystal, you may consider your duty to see at least that much.
Oh, I know that look. That's an adventurer ready to take on the world. In anticipation of an occasion like this, I was planning to gift you a new set of traveling clothes, but it's still a work in progress. Shouldn't take much longer now though, so sit tight and I'll have the last few bits sewn up before you can finish another cup of tea.
New outfit. Make sure it has pockets. You're the best at Ataru. That's a sheep.
Stitch in here and trim in there. Knot the threads with love and care. Just a little more to go. I'm sure you're still brimming with excitement. I run with the needle. See how the fabric surrenders to my whims. Don't worry. I'll make sure the lining has plenty of pockets for all your little treasures. I swear adventurers are worse than children when it comes to hoarding every feather and leaf and animal hide they come across. Oh, we mustn't forget the waterproofing. Gods forbid you forget to disrobe before plunging into the sea, or a river, or a piping hot bath.
Someone's not happy.
Unless I am returned.
Newfound adventure. Nice.
Ah, you're awake.
Ah, you're finally awake.
My apologies. I do get a little carried away with my sewing. You seem awfully cheerful. Pleasant dream? Or are you just looking forward to the next chapter of your grand saga?
A little bit of
Anyway,
A,
I
a
promised
little bit
to
of
provide you
B.
with new apparel, and so I shall. If you'll accompany me to the Diamond Forge, we can put the finishing touches on your outfit. Shall we?
Sure, lead ahead. Lead ahead, grown-ass woman. The Diamond Forge. Observe as the artist refines her piece into a masterpiece. And no napping this time, I'll need a moment, you'll see. She's gonna throw glitter on it. Tons and tons of glitter. A little more room in the shoulders, up on off the cuff. All done. Let's see how it looks on the mannequin. Well, how do you think? Doesn't this scream ready for a bold new adventure? Actually does. Love how it looks, actually. So glad you approve. I've thrown glitter. Yeah, I know. You've outdone yourself, Tataru. Thank you. Yeah, now she's gonna come with the money question. Oh, stop. You'll make me blush. If you don't want to thank me, though, all I ask is that you'll wear this on your travels. Or at least anywhere lots of adventurers might gather. And they'll look at you, a famous hero, and wherever did he purchase such stylish yet practical garments? And before you know it, hordes of new customers will be climbing over each other to place orders at Tataru's boutique. Fair enough. Wahaha, I can hear it now. The merry clink clink of gill overflowing from my coffers. Sweet music to my ear. There we go. The Wayfarer's tabards, fingerless gloves, boots, and the ear cuffs. And necklace. 5 items. So we'll have to toss 5 items from my glamour chest. I have been using my glamour chest as a, yeah. Burgeoning merchant empires aside, you must be excited to start a fresh chapter of your life. New places to go, new people to meet. I often wonder how you remember all your experience and exploits without taking at least a few notes. Maybe you should start doing just that. You never know when some odd past details might become relevant, or if one day you'll take a blow to the head and forget the best part of your past decades. Something like that. Collection expanded. The Unending Codex. Science of the Seven Dawn. Final days. So there's only one person into Unending Codex entries. It's now available under Collection in the Duty section of the main menu. New entries for prominent terms and characters will be added to the Codex as you progress to the main scenario quests. Does this work retroactively? New weapon. As the former receptionist and sometimes intelligence gatherer of the Scions, allow me to offer you a word of advice. Do not expect juicy rumors to simply fall into your laps. Okay. Adventures rely on gossip, and the best places to pick up information are taverns and markets. At present, you only have a broad destination in mind. When you arrive in Tavner, I suggest you explore your options at Merid's Meane, finest drinking establishment in Radzadan. Charm the employees, and they'll not only point you in the direction of local tale-tellers, but also share with you the tricks for loosening their tongues. Now I really must be getting back to running my boutique. Enjoy the journey, modern, and may fair fortune find you. And there we go. Nice. So we are to speak with lady at place, or person at place, more likely. Okay, so we do not have a place to rest in Mordona. I am going back to New Gridania for a second. But it is good to see that it's purely additive, so that I don't have to go back to, I don't know, the Unending Journey and do stuff with that. Like, go through the entire game again. Whilst that would be interesting to see for, like, refreshing the story, as the MB has been doing it with me over the past... Getting close to a year, DMB. Could actually be interesting to do it, like, again, sometime. Let's sprint. And now I'm gonna have to make a choice. I think I can toss most non... I think I can toss most non-blue, green, or any colored items from my thing. From the glamour dresser. I would like to keep a couple of these, but... Yeah, these are all completely useless, most likely. This one is part of a glamour, so... So I have gotten the Wayfarer's Tabard, the Wayfarer's Fingerless Gloves, the Wayfarer's Boots, the Wayfarer's Ear Cuffs, and Necklace. So let's edit the glamour plate. I believe it is indeed number 1. And let's go see all. I would like to check you out. This should be this one. Wayfarer's pantaloons. Did I not put them in? Are there none? No, I'm not missing one item. There's like multiple hundreds of extra items. So we have the fingerless gloves, the boots, the tabard, the ear cuff, and the necklace. Okay, so it doesn't have all of them. Cool. Which, to be honest, is fair. Wayfarer. Wayfarer. We do not have you. So let's put in the... And then the... order? Yeah. This doesn't really look that good. This looks better. Yeah. I want to kind of run around in it for a little bit at the very least. Master Archer, Master Marauder, where's that? No, it's literally not here. Unless I'm overlooking it. Plus I could color this. Like, if I go into my gear and I see about... nope, not like this. If I go into my glamour chest and I go edit glamours, I should be able to dye. So if I go and I do one of these, I should be able to just, like, figure out the color that I like. All these dyes are terrible. Like, for instance, if I wanted to do this, I needed to find cobalt brown dye, which I would be able to get from the kobolds. For which I would have to do a quest a million other times over, and see about that. I'm not gonna do that. Not at this point in time. But it is definitely a thing that could work. Damn, metallics. Metallic orange dye. Huh. Fair enough. I am gonna go. No, there's like a million different items in Final Fantasy XIV. You can only save 800 in your glamour chest, which apparently I now have. There are a good amount of classes, like jobs. We have the Disciple of War, Disciple of War, Disciple of Magic, 4, 10, 14, 17, 22. Then we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 43, I believe, total jobs. Like, most of the crafting and most of the gathering things will be pretty similar. Ilsabad, Ratsatan. Here we go. Most of the outfits for the crafting and most of the outfits for the gathering stuff will be similar, I believe. They don't really care about if you're wearing like more carpenter related outfits for the blacksmithing quests, I believe. A bit weird, but sure. Oh, also there's the fuck? Okay. Fair. Now, there's a couple things that I could do here. We have Shrouded in Peril, which is the job quest from the tank job quest in Ratsatan from the Endwalker thing. I have done Stormblood, I believe. Is there anything in Stormblood? I'm not entirely sure. Oh, I should have just literally teleported to this guy. Okay. Fair enough. Why the fuck aren't you using your new axe? Oh yeah. I did spend a month unlocking it. Do we have a place to bed down here? Should have done that, shouldn't I? You really don't have an inn here? No inn in Raz. Yeah, I believe we talked about that. That is horrendous. Also, I should not just put this axe in it. I should also put the bow in it. Let's believe the bounty. Would you be speaking of the sunken treasure vault? We have one regular historian, in fact, who could tell you all about it. The second city from the expansion. Yulmur and Alamigan one don't have one either. Yeah, true. Yeah, like any big city should have an inn. Jalin. Yes. Following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. Begin speaking with Jalin. Yes. And what may I do for you, my Eolzian friend? I want to ask you about the second vault in the bounty. And where did you hear of such a thing? I suppose I could tell you about it, except the tale is rather long and my throat is so very dry. I have a feeling I know where this is going. How many gil do I need to spend? Here we are, one of Merid's finest. Enjoy. Ah, lovely. Bottoms up. Jalin empties the cup in a single pull. I mean, that's how I drink my stuff. Now, where to begin? Might I assume you've heard of Al-Zadal? He was Khan of the Ori tribe, which sailed to Tavnef from the mainland, and a key figure in the history of Radzadhan. His decision to aid the Akasadora, so what ultimately won them the war against the Yajasura, was allowing our predecessors to lay the foundation of... Yeah, this is going a bit quick. Radzadhan's earliest days. So it is that this man traveled to the to Underworld entirely and returned with glittering riches. Nice. Sanal III claimed a small island somewhere in the middle of the bounty. Deep in secret store and locked all. His worldly wealth within. Centuries since, wherever a natural disaster or hardship befell Radzadhan, folk would remember the tale of a hidden treasure. Hearty souls would set out to claim their fortune, but precious few ever made it home. Would you like to hear more? Apologies, I have a slight tickle in. Oh, my cup appears to be empty. Another round for the Professor. I see we've reached an understanding. You're a sharp one, adventurer. Another for the Professor. Ooh, today was a splendid day to visit the Mayon. Jalin gulps down his newest drink with gusto. Where were we? Yes, those who did return from seeking the treasure flatly refused to speak of what they saw. Did they discourage others? Nay, quite the opposite. Such accounts only served to feed legends, and the golden lure grew stronger than ever before. That reminds me of something Azama was saying. Azama's a fellow connoisseur of spirituous potables. In a way, he was saying that one of his acquaintances went after the treasure himself. Hasn't seen since he set sail, I heard, but he did have... I can say no more. You seem a generous sort. What kind of man would I be to encourage what I clearly a foolhardy quest? If my word sent you to your death, I could hardly live with myself. I'm no stranger to peril. Is that so? Perhaps it's your turn to tell a tale then. What manner of dangers have you faced? The very edge of existence, from anyone else, I'd struggle to believe it, but I recognize you now. You're the hero of the final days. A drink. I need another drink to settle my nerves. Milil, more of the same, if you please. As you wish, but this one's on your coin, Professor. Jolene drains yet another cup dry. Number 3. Anyway, you being who you are, I suppose I wouldn't hurt to share a little more. This friend of Azama was desperate to buy a treasure map. One was showed the way to the entrance of the vault. Seems you could have only gone from some merchant. But I forget, let's drink a toast to you, my best friend. Milil, more drinks. Sign for water instead. Ah yes, that's a way of signaling for water. It's the international sign of my friend has too much to drink. Marvelous, I'm parched. Janine gulps down the cup of water. That was water. Did you tell her to bring me water? Still, that's probably for the best. Very kind of you, really. My head will certainly thank you in the morning. I seem to be overindulged. I'm putting my mind word for Master Jolan. Be wary how much of the drink you swallow, lest to swallow you. Forgive me, I'll subject you to no more of these unseemly antics. If you want to speak with Azama, well, as I've said, we share taste for the Mayan's fine spirits. You probably came here. I wish you fortune in finding your fortune. We appear to have learned all that Jolene has to share regarding the Undersea Vault. To find out more, you'll need to locate a man by the name of Azama. Leo. Yeah, this is gonna be hard. Whoever could Azama be? I have no idea who it could be. Definitely not the guy with the name Azama right on top of his head. All true, I'm afraid. My friend took a ship out in search for the Adel Sadan legacy, and I've been watching for a sail ever since. I tried to dissuade him, of course, but he refused to listen. All he could talk about was finding that vault. That look in his eyes. I knew it wasn't common gold or jewels he lusted after. It was hunting Ozadal III's otherworldly hoard, and his ambitions would not be denied. I see it in you too, that appetite for the mysterious and the unknown. But I'll not attempt to turn you from your path. I know too well the futility of the endeavor, so I will tell you what my friend told me. How he convinced the merchant in the bazaar to give him the rough location of the vault's entrance. It seems this merchant, one Zashal, I believe, is selling a map which shows the exact route, but my friend's purse was too light for its exorbitant price. With what meager wealth he had, he instead paid to learn that there are ruins on a small island somewhere in the bounty, and within those ruins hides the path to the vault deep below. If you truly intend on seeking Alzadal's treasure, I suggest you put your affairs in order. I wish things were different, but I do not believe my friend is ever coming home. Not unless we go and help him out, returning home, I would imagine.
Please, Ashal, please! You must let me have that treasure map!
Ragged wife.
What's all this about?
My mother and father were slaughtered by monsters. My baby sister, still too young to fend for herself. Can you spare us no kindness?
So, you hope to find your fortune? And what? You expect me to surrender my wares for pity's sake? What have you to offer in payment? As I thought. Come back when you've more than rags to your name. This is no mere treasure map. It is a guide to the vaults of Arzadal III, one of the great satraps of Radzat-Han, and a direct descendant of Alzadal Khan.
A map to Alzadal's legacy?
So he says. A fake, I'd wager.
This is no fake. The parchment is marked with an arcane glyph of passage. You may find the ruins hidden in the bounty, but you won't be setting foot inside without this in your possession. A priceless artifact it is, discovered amongst the rubble in the aftermath of the final days, and lovingly restored by yours truly. This map is the key to fabulous riches, and I'll be the king of fools to simply give it away. Be glad I am no such king, boy. Your scrawny-eyed had never returned with that treasure alive.
Oh, cruel fate! Why must you tempt me with wealth I am powerless to claim? How I shall envy the one who purchases that precious map! Whatever they pay will be but pittance against the golden hoards they stand to uncover.
Yeah, they're playing it up. They're in cahoots. Estinian!
What have you, sir? Fighting man of your stature would surely relish the challenge of recovering Alzadal's lost fortune.
A fortune, you say?
If I had but the strength to seize that treasure, my starving sister would never want for food.
I'll take it. Will this cover the price?
You've been played,
Well
Estinian.
met, my friend. Someone is dressed for adventure.
Sure are. Both of us.
But why Favner of all places? Knowing you, I suspect there's more to your plans than sightseeing and shopping. Ruins beneath the bounty. Curious. And here I've acquired a map to just such a site.
With that sale, I do believe I've earned the rest of the day off. Thank you for your patronage, sir, but if you'll excuse me.
You need
He's
to
running.
meet us.
He's running and never coming back.
And now I've fleeced one of the heroes of the final days. Pray the sisters were looking elsewhere.
Yep.
This map may or may not be genuine. Either way, we'll need a ship to find out for sure.
You seem eager to be underway.
Lest you misunderstand, I seek the treasure not for myself. If such a fortune truly exists, then it could help ease the struggles of those who lost their loved ones in the final days.
That it could.
For Thavnir, what you and Alphino did for the Alamegans when you recovered the Mad King's trove. Come now. You know Alphino needs little encouragement when it comes to recounting the tales of your shared exploits. Speaking of precocious lads, that boy in the bazaar was clearly an accomplice of the merchant. Suppose his role was to draw the attention of the crowd and add weight to the merchant's bold claims. Transparent act for the most part. It was not all mummery. The need to provide for his sister rang true enough. Thus, if some portion of the profits end up in that waif's pockets, then I will consider it money well spent, whether the map leads us to the vault or not. You are coming along, yes?
I most assuredly am, Estinian.
I thought as much. Now, let's see about securing a vessel.
You will recall I spoke of visiting Thavnir at Furtra's request. Well, he finally invited me to a feast, and made his proposal once I was too full of Panish delights to refuse. He wishes me to train the Radiant Host in lance work, but that is a tale for another time. What we need now is a merchant for a trawler with a ship fit for the open seas. Matsya is a fisherman by trade, yes? We should head to Akiali and see if he can help us. Do like this glimpse into Estinian, he clearly trusts Wally Flight enough to drop his cool guy act when it's just the two of you, and it shows he's grown a lot socially. For instance, we've seen him get genuinely fleeced before for the hair tie, but this time he knew about it from the start and was just being altruistic. Small, but it's a good exchange with him. Yeah, absolutely. Matsya in Akiali. Now, we need to go to the south of here. Oh, yeah, right. Huh. So, jumping on this guy reminded me of something. At some point in time, I'm gonna have to go get the dogs. The dogs. The puppies. Matsya. So you need a seaworthy vessel to seek these ruins. Considering it was your deeds which allowed us to return to fishing, I should think everyone would be glad for a chance to repay the favor. Wait here, and I will have a boat stocked up and ready for you in no time at all. Have you noticed our little shadow? He's been following us since we left the city. We see you there, boy. Show yourself. Ah, it is you. Do you know how far out of our way we walked so that you'd not cross paths with some wild beast? Sorry, sir, but aren't you the heroes who saved Favner? You are. No, you are. And I've gone and cheated you. Work with the Shal, you see, the map merchant. It's my job to play the bleeding orphan and convince the crowd his wares are worth the price he asks. I'm ashamed of what I've done and beg for your forgiveness. If not for you, my sister and I would never have... Well, we'd be... Enough. I knew your game, and I paid the price willingly. A fortunate purchase, as it turns out, for my friend here was seeking those ruins. You're kind to overlook the wrong I've done. But there's more you need to know. The map you bought is very real, as is the island it shows. I overheard Sashal sell the information to another customer. He told the man where he needed to search, about ruins, about the vault, about everything. Then the man sailed out to find his fortune, never returned. You cannot go alone to that place. You should have more friends with you, maybe even a whole army. I do not doubt these ruins hold danger, but I assure you, between the two of us there is little we cannot overcome. Please, I cannot bear the thought of... We could invite our comrades. We might need a hand moving the treasure. Now you've gone and made him cry. We could invite our comrades. And that we should, and assuming we do find the treasure hoard, it may prove wise to have more hands along for the carrying. Any ideas of whom to approach? The scions have scattered far and wide since our last gathering. We do still have the link pearl. Ooh. There is only one real answer. He's been asking to come along with us. Sadly, I think they will say he's not gonna be the one that comes along because they're building up the Braxian student house. This is dumb. I want to take Graha with me. Well, actually, I would like to take Liz with me, but that's not going to be a thing. You get to call them all, actually, though not all of them show up. Fair enough. Graha and Kryl. Aye, Kryl may have her hands full rebuilding the students, but if you reach out to Graha, he would surely leap at the invitation. Will that set your mind at ease? Yes, if that man's as strong as you. Is he, though? Strong, I mean. Sure is. What's your name, boy? Merad, sir. Merad, sir? Well, Merad, your life is yours to live as you will, but I suggest you find a more honest trade if you truly wish to keep your sister safe. I'm not proud of what I do. But what choice do I have? We need to eat and everyone's too busy rebuilding their own lives to bother with two grubby orphans. Wait, boy. Boy. Didn't take this roundabout road just to see you end up in some creature's belly. Let me walk you back to the city gates. Thank you, sir. Call me Estinian. Hey, Estinian. Estinian's growing. DMB, do you see? Estinian is growing. And after this we will get some stuff. Awesome. I shall leave you to recruit Graha. He'll appreciate the invitation that much more, I'm sure. As I recall, he was based at the Annex. Someone there ought to be able to point you in the right direction. Let us be off, Mirad. Do me a favor and don't stray from the path. There is a shortcut through one of the ships here in Razzatan, I believe, but yeah. I should just be able to walk this, it's not too far. MGG. Okay. Oh. Ojika Tsunjika. Oh, look who it is. Welcome back, Modern. What might the students do for you? I only really need to speak to Graha and Kryle. Gra? Yes, he's in the main hall with Mistress Kryle. They've been holed up in there for days. By all means, go and give them an excuse to take a break. Once again overlooking the Crystal Tower, I assume.
Ojika, my good man. Would you be so kind as to...
Oh, isn't this a pleasant surprise?
I wish you had sent word ahead. I thought I was having visions for a moment there.
What are the two of you working on?
Raha and I have been compiling old records of the students' activities.
What's with her dropping the G?
We located several accounts in the archives of Numenon and added them to the collection we recovered from the Isle of Val.
And judging by the progress we've made thus far, sorting this pile will keep us occupied for days to come. But what brings you to the Annex, my friend? Surely you haven't come all this way just to watch us shuffle dusty papers around?
Actually, you did ask for an adventure.
The treasure vault of Alzadal III.
And you're looking for companions to join you on this expedition. I would dearly love to accompany you, of course, but I'm afraid I'm committed to another task. On the subject of which, I had hoped to ask for your assistance.
He's gonna get the zoomies.
Then again, it's not so urgent that it can't wait until you've returned. You should go, Raha. I'll stay here and mind the shop, as it were.
Are you sure? I'd hate to leave you short-handed.
I'm sure. Just try to be back before too many moons have passed.
Well, I guess we're off on another adventure already.
Ah, Nazumis!
Have you asked anyone else to come along? Then might I suggest we invite your Stola?
Fair enough.
Ever since the Scions disbanded, she's spent most of her time cloistered within the Great Google Library, hoping to piece together a method to traverse the rift. It would seem, however, that whatever wisdom she sought there was not to be found. She arrived in Charlian the other day. We spoke briefly before she began her search of Numenon. Considering what you've told us of Alzadal's extraordinary feats, I do believe your Stola would be more than interested to hear what you have to say. Splendid! Then let us head to the archives at once.
Wait, before you go. I have another potential member to volunteer, if you've room to spare. Urianger. He sent the students a request for materials, you see. Treatises on the architecture of treasure vaults and the like. From what I can gather, the Loporrits are looking to make improvements to their own creation, and wish to learn more about how we build things down here.
Nice.
So, why not take Urianger with you? Let him study Alzadal's legacy firsthand.
That does tangentially make sense.
None can deny the benefit of seeing something with your own eyes. If our expedition leader has no objections, I say we extend Urianger an invitation once we've spoken with your Stola.
And then we have the twins. Most likely Alphino will jump to the occasion.
Safe travels, you two. But don't forget, I'd still like your help with that other matter I mentioned.
Right. Then it's off to the library.
Most likely Alphino will drop whatever he has going on for a chance to have an adventure with Estidian. Not sure about Alice. Not entirely sure about Alice. I would love to say they might. She might, but where are we even going? Oh, all the way there. Okay. Let's, in that case, move this place. Pudding way. Hey, pudding. They're in the entire back of Numenon. Oh, minutes. Yeah, sure. Raha and Ishtola. Ishtola is going through books like she's Hermione. Ah, no, she's sleeping on the books like she's Hermione. She's performing the vital task of using osmosis to gain knowledge.
close my eyes for one moment. How long have you two been here?
Didn't want to wake you.
Nor did I want to fall asleep. I must have been studying for 2-3 days straight before exhaustion finally claimed me. As you know, I've been researching ways to travel from the source to one of its reflections.
Mm-hmm.
Well, looking for hints at least. I don't expect to find a simple set of instructions tucked away in some dark corner of the library. So I've been skimming through the stacks, hoping to uncover even a partial mention of any similar feats in the past. A means to travel between worlds exists, and you can be sure I will find a way to employ it. So I promised Runar, but 'twould seem I've set myself a nigh impossible task.
You needn't be so hard on yourself. The leap I made with the crystal was not achieved in an afternoon. It was the culmination of a collective effort spanning generations.
Oh, you think me discouraged? I assure you, 'tis quite the opposite. A daunting challenge and the time to sink my teeth into it. I feel like a fresh-faced student.
Yeah, Y'shtola is coming with us.
A scholar in her element.
And I think I know the reason why.
Indeed. Was there something else you wish to ask of me?
Yeah, so there's this guy that is said to have traversed the realms, and he's got a treasure vault.
No minor figure in Harnish history, and much is known about his family. But this is the first I've heard of a descendant surviving a trip to another world. If those tales are true, then he may have left behind some clue as to how it was accomplished. An invitation to delve into one of the world's lingering mysteries. As if I could refuse. And whence do we embark upon this expedition?
As soon as possible.
Chiali, by ship. But before that, we thought to extend an invitation to Urianger as well. He was in Thalmazane, last we heard.
Then by all means, let us recruit him, and be on our way.
Thalmazine. The issue with construction is that every folk will use different kinds of architecture depending on what they have at hand. Up until they have more at hand, and then suddenly it might change.
Ah, our illustrious champion. Cloaked in the mantle of the common explorer, fame set aside in thy pursuit of simple adventure. I am told a new expedition is in the offing.
'Tis good to see you well.
And thee. As ever, thou art the picture of strength.
You've been keeping yourself busy, I trust?
True to our plan, Thancred and I embarked upon a pilgrimage of sorts, with an eye for gauging the state of those lands through which we passed. Our travels were interrupted, however, by a request for aid from our befurred lunar allies. As you may recall, the Loporrits had been seeking new purpose for the moon, another role through which it might serve to benefit mankind. The Forum hath been working to advise them in this endeavor, but I return to offer mine own counsel.
And this has what to do with treasure vaults, exactly?
Ah, you have learned of my predicament from Mistress Kryl. I know not whence they acquired such knowledge, but the Loporrits now stand convinced that adventurers delight in treasure hunts.
I mean, it's not completely false.
Their newly built wonderland of riches and mystery, do they hope to entice all manner of daring delvers to the moon? So earnest and innocent was their desire to bring joy to the world that I found myself powerless to refuse them my cooperation. But what of you, my friends? Why are you come to Labyrinthos?
To come and get you?
Fascinating. This is indeed a most fortuitous opportunity. I should be honored to accept thine invitation. How long hath it been, I wonder, when last our actions were not impelled by fate or desperation?
Aye. Though I cherish the Scion's accomplishments, 'tis pleasant to not have the weight of the world upon our shoulders for a change.
Counting Istinian, we number 5 now, yes? Without knowing what traps or perils await unwary feet, we may be wise to refrain from recruiting others.
I agree. Between us, we should have the skills to handle whatever situation may arise. Shall we be on our way?
What, no time to spare a word for the grizzled old bard?
Nope.
All is well, I trust?
A wasted trip, I'm afraid. I'd hoped to catch up with a former mentor while you parleyed with the rabbits, but it seems our paths were not to cross.
How was your pilgrimage?
Having an astrologian beside you on the road is surprisingly convenient. And it doesn't hurt that he's making strides with his light-hearted banter. In any case, as we made our way around Ilzabard, we saw that much of the continent was in various stages of chaos. A certain amount of disorder is to be expected, The final days are over, and the people no longer have a common threat binding them together. That's the thing with these fledgling troubles, eh? You need to keep an eye out, lest they mature into full-grown headaches. So, for what reason have so many esteemed personages seemed fit to gather? Beneath the waters of the bounty, you say? I see you've already stolen away my traveling partner with the promise of unexplored ruins and scholarly glory.
Nay, 'tis not for mine own indulgence, but rather the fulfillment of my commitment to the Loporrits.
Ah, of course. And if you have a Stinian rounding out your group, you'll likely have all the members you need.
For crying out loud.
I could put in a good word for you, if you like.
We may have been released from our obligations, but I'll never be free of that merciless wit of yours. In all seriousness, it is best I sit this one out. Too many former scions consorting with one another might be seen as a cause for concern in certain quarters. I'll return to my usual reconnaissance and scout out the situation in the Far East. Feel free to share if you come across any interesting revelations. Till we meet again.
Shall we also hasten our departure? Sir Estinian will wonder what hath become of us.
Okay, let's go to Akyali. Once again, we can technically teleport from a place, but I don't remember where it is, and I don't want to go do stuff. Okay, let's head over that way. Send you to recruit Graha and you return with an entire survey party. I hope Matsia's boat is sturdy enough to carry us all. What he means is we are grateful for the use of your precious fishing vessel. We are more than glad for the chance to provide it. I only ask that you take care to steer clear of the reefs in the shallow there. Aye, we will keep an eye out. I will take Velocity, Vitality, Determination, Skill, Speed, Vitality, Direct Hit Rate, that's good. I am going for the Baked Alien Soup. I don't want to know what alien we have baked. Alzadal III. I confess I am somewhat embarrassed that the tale of his journey to another world escaped my notice. Could it be more than simple folklore? And what of the treasure he supposedly brought back? This undersea vault may hold relics from another reflection. My friends, we should temper our expectations. The map doth promise ruins, but beyond that we know not what we will find. Not until we find it, aye. So let us dispense with the conjecture and set sail for the vault. So we all decided that it's the perfect time to go and deal with a new quest, as if we're doing the Alzadal's Legacy now available, now accessible. Okay. I was gonna ask, does that mean a dungeon? Yes, it means a dungeon. Huh. Okay. Okay. This is gonna be interesting, but I think this is mostly gonna be interesting to play with people, which I might not be doing for now. Okay, so what else is there to do? Recommend doing this one with the eye, it's pretty fun. Oh! I mean... Form party and enter Alzadal's Legacy. In that case, let's do it. We got an Astrologian. Graha is the all-rounder and is being put out of... Kind of interested to see what he would be.
I stand ever ready.
Like, what is he technically? Like, he is an all-rounder, but like, what?
I stand ever ready.
All-rounder just.
Right then.
Okay, never mind. That's fine by me. Let's. Let's take Graha. He deserves it. We have had more with Ishtola than we have with Graha, so let's do it. Item level sync, 600. I currently have 622, so that's going to be good. Register for duty, and let's commence. I think he's White Mage's healer, Patternless tank, and Black Mage's DPS. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Friend of mine loves Black Mage. It's very flashy. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, he definitely is Paladin as tank. He uses the shield and sword, so that's the only... And since that's the only one that I know, I mean, swapping him with Ishtola is almost 1-to-1, although they prefer different spells. Fair enough. Alzadal's Legacy. So it is enchanted. Okay. Let's see. Like, from what I do know from the... NPC things. Oh. Come with me. And you'll be in a world of pure... I'm sorry, I forgot my stances. Okay. Wow. Okay, apparently I'm gonna have to do this a slow way. Cool. Well, or actually attract all the... things first. those mummies? Oh. Yep, we have to find the marble as well.
You underestimate me!
I should actually keep an eye out for treasure coffers, shouldn't I? Like, I am currently on Tombstone gear, but not all of it yet. Not just yet. Oh, he is a sorcerer. Like a black mage, yeah. And now next up, awesome. And the boss is a jellyfish. Well, actually, what's the name? A simian hybrid? In Dungeons and Dragons? Like, it's a thing with sea monsters attached to it.
This will hurt.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let me guess that the other one does pretty much the same thing but a different element? Seems like Estinian wants to stay in the middle. But the rest was moving out. Okay, cool. Oh, and they rescued Estinian. Fair. He flipped, yeah. I mean, mine is as well, but Yep, he flipped. Okay.
Allow me.
Yeah, so the rotation of any of the people I have currently with me is absolute dog shit. Can I get chest? Please give chest. Oh. If I open my eyes, I can see Darbar's Surplus. What now? No. What now? The fuck? Okay, fair enough. Salt encrusted teleporter. That is an Ushanka. Is that a jade statue? Nice. I mean, in a place like this, I would. Cliff of passage detected, confirming bearer's identity. Looming voice.
Together we shall overcome.
We shall overcome. Gravity of the Seven Dawn. Or something. Darbar Ring of Healing. Hey look, it's a nether portal. Unrecognized ethereal signature. Brazen thief, you will proceed no further. Reinforcements. Reinforce! Love the manta race. This is a walrus pig hybrid. Can't convince me otherwise. Treasure coffer. Darbar Necklace of Casting. Definitely would I, as the only playable character that is not even close to being a mage, needs. Dark Trap Asdal the 14th. This feels like the... wait. Did I not see a chest before? Must have been my imagination. Okay. Let's go. The Armored Chariot. We must near the key. Guardians appear mechanical in nature. Please remember to heal whilst you take notes. Turn back, Treasure Seeker, or this vault will be your tomb. Wait, that's Al again. Oh, okay. Oh.
You underestimate me.
That's two of them, so we are going to have to take a look at the shields. Estinian, you are in the wrong place. We might not do enough damage to... save it completely. Scouting boots. Absolutely 200% exactly what I needed. I'm getting a deja vu. Are you actually doing something? Like, at this point in time, it feels like I'm the one doing something.
You underestimate me.
I mean, if you're doing this rotation the entire time, no, they're not. I love this elephant. That's a big ass piece of jade. The thrice one horde. Repel the intruders. This is a very slow pull. Like, I'm having to be slow because my teammates are not performing to what they should be doing. Then again, I'm also like not great at being a tank. Like at level 90, you'd imagine me being better at this, but these don't count, do they? No. Haha, it's mimics. Yeah, fair enough. Like, as a DPS, I've seen worse. As a tank, I've seen worse. Specifically in alliance raids and what have you. That's it. That's it. There is a single treasure coffer in this room. Awesome. There we go. Cutscene. Looming Warden, Capicolo. We literally, not even months ago in our timeline, fought what could generally be considered to be the end of the world. Alzadal's legacy, mapping the realm. What's this oversized mammoth? Sword is under my protection. Failure to withdraw will invite chastisement. Chastisement? Yes. Stay off the spikes. Got it. And
You underestimate me!
okay, now I know that one. You have chosen death. Now let's see what he's gonna pull. Orange, so let's go to green.
Underestimate me!
There we go. Nice. Duty complete. Awesome. And there's Istella. Let's see what they have to say. A fitting sentinel. Hidden room within a hidden vault. That's apparently all they have to say. Cool. Let's go check what's in this one. Darbar doublet of striking. Something utterly useless for me. Look at all the pipes leading to that.
'Tis not unlike a Hunnish alchemical furnace in design.
Well, there is one way we might find out.
Stop! You mustn't touch it.
Farshan, what are you doing there? It's been quite a bit.
Vritra! Oh, my apologies. Should I continue calling you Varshan?
You may address me as you wish. My nature is no longer a secret. Still, this is not a setting I imagined for our union. Surely you've not entered these ruins as common looters.
Would that we could deny your accusations, but I fear you're not far from the truth.
Great Vritra, might we beseech thee to explain the nature of this strange contrivance?
It was crafted by our alchemists at my behest, for the purpose of sealing something away.
I wasn't going to touch it, but you know Y'shtola. Sealing what away exactly? Throw her under the bus.
Perhaps I should simply show you.
Please allow us a look. Soup. Dark soup. The forbidden soup.
I have lifted the seal, if only for the moment, by an authority only I possess.
A planar fissure?
No, my friend. Small though it may be, this is a functioning gate into the void.
Void gates and fissures are much the same thing in practice, in the sense that both allow passage between the source and the 13th. The difference in terminology references to the circumstances of their creation. A fissure is an incidental tear in the fabric between worlds, whereas a void gate is the product of deliberate action. I suspect this is the latter, judging by the elaborate mechanism put in place to control it. To think that our search for material riches would lead to the priceless discovery. That swirling emptiness, it puts me in the mind of old friends, not to mention old foes. You may now enter Azadal's legacy with a party of NPC avatars. To make use of this feature, blah 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 blah. Yishtola.
I must admit, I am deathly curious to know how a void gate came to be hidden in the depths of these ruins.
To tell that tale, we must first peer far to the south, and even further into memory. An age 5 millennia passed when the Algan Empire sent an invading force to the shores of Merasidia. The southern people rallied around the commanding figures of Bahamut and Tiamat and fought fiercely to repel the would-be conquerors. With Bahamut's defeat, however, the tide turned against them. Desperate to seize any advantage, the Mercidians resorted to summoning primal entities. In response, Emperor Zande forged a covenant with the Cloud of Darkness, sovereign among the all-devouring denizens of the Void. Thus bolstered by icons on one side and Void Scent on the other, the two armies clashed in a battle of unspeakable carnage. So much death, so much loss.
I consider myself well versed in that period of history, yet you speak as one who witnessed it happen.
Because it did.
I did. I heard Tiamat's roar of defiance and sped toward that war-torn land. Along with my sibling, Ashdaya. We dragons are not male or female as men are wont to classify, but elder sister is the closest a mortal tongue can come to describing what she meant to me. I was the last of our brood to hatch, and Ashdaya cared for me where my sire could not. Thus I was with her when Tiamat roared. I was with her when she journeyed south, and I was with her when she fought against the Void-sent hordes. Yet no matter how many of their vile fiends we cast down, more rose from the abyss to take their place. Faced with an unwinnable war of attrition, Ashdaya risked her all on a final gamble. She plunged through the Void Gate itself to strike at the root of their strength. I tried to follow in her wake, determined to lend what aid I could. But even as I came upon Alag's glittering tower, I saw the rift close behind her. And Ashdaya has been lost to us ever since.
I find I must retract my earlier claim of historical knowledge. Nowhere in the Crystal Tower's archives did I see mention of such noble sacrifice.
That does not surprise me. To Allagan eyes, it must have seemed as if a lone dragon, driven to madness, simply dove through the gate and did not return. For my part, I spent long years searching for the means to reunite with Ashdaya. Until I could search no more. Until Alag was dust. And the art to open a void gate large enough to accommodate a dragon forever lost.
Yet you have the beginnings of a gate right here, under the control of a harnessed device.
My discovery came before Radzat was founded. Though I scoured the lands for a method to cross the rift, it was beneath the sea that I chanced to find a natural planar fissure. It was, however, far too narrow to admit a worm's bulk. Only after our city rose upon the rock, and I could enlist the aid of our talented alchemists, did matters take a favorable turn. Their dedication was beyond reproach. Tirelessly they worked to expand the fissure, and after decades of toil, it finally grew to a size that a child might pass through.
Not long ago, you told us that you called out to your kin, that Ashdaya's answer was silence. I suspect the conclusion to your tale is not a joyful one.
With hope in my heart, I used a simulacrum to cross the threshold. But no, I did not find her. What I found was a host of void scent, clamoring around the opening they had sensed. 'Twas but a moment, but enough. I had no choice but to retreat and allow the portal to contract once more.
The gate was a threat to your people. You had to decide between endangering Razat and abandoning your sister. And you chose the latter.
'Twas not that thy siblings scorned thy call. 'Twas that she was trapped beyond a barrier through which neither roar nor dragon may pass. Even now, in the desolate world of the 13th.
I can scarce imagine your pain, yet it was wise not to linger in that place. Too long a sojourn, and even a being of your power risks being warped into a creature of the void. You've seen this phenomenon before, when we stepped into the darkness.
I thought our time had come. I remember when Nero turned purple.
Turned purple? Well, yes. His wounds had allowed the void's corruption to enter his body and twist his ether. Had it been allowed to progress much longer, I presume he would have been fully transformed.
Then there is little hope for Ashdaya.
Well...
Ah, no. I hadn't meant to. I speak only of possibilities. The scales of the First Brood are extraordinarily resistant to ethereal fluctuations. They are the protective talisman's core components after all, and even the corruption I described would struggle to overcome. Of course. With the warding scale in one's possession, one could conceivably survive a stay in the 13th without being warped by its energies.
Guess what? We all got one of them.
Be that as it may, it is too late to rescue my sister. 5,000 years too late.
What's another century? Right?
And now countless others look to me for guidance and protection. So when I sensed intruders in the ruins, I came only to ensure that the gate remained closed. That, and to secure the treasure, of course. I wish only to forget the rest.
Sorry about Quest accepted. First Brood has been added to the Unending Codex. Ether has been added. And that's it. So they managed not only to expand the fissure, but also manipulate it as one might a gate. Astonishing. Is there any chance I could learn more of how this feat was accomplished? I will tell you what I can. First, however, I must return to the High Crucible and arrange to replace the Guardians you so handily destroyed. It will not do to leave the gate undefended. Ah, my apologies. We were perhaps a touch zealous in our rush to uncover the vault secrets. If the construct can be repaired, we would be happy to offer our assistance. That will not be necessary. As much as I retain spare vessels for myself, we keep duplicate Guardians on hand for such eventualities. In the case, we should return to Ragnarok. Speak with Vershan at the High Crucible of Alchemia. Return to the place? Yes, please. Okay. Where is the part where we have to go? Oh, wait, I can fly now. I should actually try and get the map uncovered. Go, and now go to that place, and then go to Alchemia. Ratsatan. Okay. Goes to where we have to be. There we go. Favlan now mapped. And let's go to Ratsatan. Ethernet, and then the Crucible. Ah, don't need to do this. It's literally this way. There we go. Promise we will discuss the Void Gate further, but first I must attend to the matter of the Vault Sentinels. So your instruments have no doubt informed you. The Capiculu has been reduced to so much scrap. Please bring a new one out of storage and see that it is conveyed to this post. Was it tomb robbers? Fiends born of the Tower of Salt. By the sister, do not tell me a blasphemy yet lingers beyond. Actually, it was us. I love what Gra does. Yeah, Rianche looks a little Why such guilty faces? Surely it wasn't you who are responsible for this. Oh. Well, the details aren't important. I shall see to it done. I shall see it done immediately. And with that, the vault will soon be secure once more. Now, I believe you had a question. Quite a few, in fact, but I'd like to begin with the gate itself. It is still functional, yes? Indeed, which is why I saw it sealed with an alchemical forged lock and warded it with my magics. Such power must not fall into the wrong hands. In truth, the primary reason for the vault's construction was to keep the gate hidden from the outside world. So much effort for such a little door. That little door you speak of leads to an abyss teeming with unspeakable horrors. That said, in its current state, it would admit only to the lowest void scent, and from this side, yada yada yada, no man, I should think Alphino would fit, given a firm enough push. Physical size is only one consideration. The true restriction hinges on the etheric density of the soul in transit. And yet you succeeded in expanding this diminutive portal and sending your simulacrum to the 13th. Thanks to my brilliant alchemists, I should have destroyed the anomaly when I found it, but instead I bade them devise a means to destroy it. After much experimentation, they accomplished the impossible. A method was conceived by which my magics could manipulate the fissure and transform it into a very serviceable gate. But the process has long since been forgotten. Once I had given up search for Asdaya, there was no need to preserve such esoteric and dangerous knowledge. Thus has the gate lain dormant for years uncounted. Our passage to the 13th was made relatively simple thanks to the Crystal Tower, an ancient mechanism channeling the tower's vast source of energy to open a void gate, one bound to a covenant made with the Cloud of Darkness. Once that sovereign entity was beaten back, however, the covenant was broken and the doorway severed from its connection to the void. Theoretically, I should be possible to reconnect the gate by forging a new pact with another void scent, but such deals usually end in betrayal and hardship. In any case, we should attempt to gain an understanding of the bounty gate. Mayhaps you could resume the search for your sister. As I have already explained, I put those futile hopes to rest centuries ago. My place and my duty is here. Oh, I had meant to ask, what prompted you to search for this? See if the legends were true? As you've seen, the fabulous wealth from the stories is quite real, if not its rumored origin, but I'm afraid I must assert a prior claim. I've been adding to the trove for years, little by little, but the time has come to spend it that I might alleviate my people's suffering. Then we are of one mind. We had no intention of taking it for ourselves. Isn't it right, my friend? And here is Ishtola thinking what she can do with the rest. Your Excellency, would you object if I were to conduct a closer examination of the gate? We'll make no attempt to open it, of course. I owe you and yours a debt that can never be repaid. Whatever boon you ask of me, you shall have it. You're most gracious. I shall take advantage of your permission. Would that I could join thee in thy study, but the Loperids will be anxious to receive my report. I beg my leave of you. And I must be off to Shalien as well. Mistress Krile was eager to speak with you about that request, so please come back to the annex as soon as you are able. Farewell for now. We can discuss my findings once I return. You'll not be rid of me so easily. You may now undertake the Chronicles of the New Era quest series Myths of the Realm, speaking with the fresh-faced students at the Baldessian Annex to accept the first quest. Huh. This feels like a trap. This feels like I have to do that quest to continue at some point. It really feels that way. If I'm mistaken, I'll gladly take it, but it feels like it is like one of those, oh yeah, you definitely will have to do this at some point, because there's information in it that the main story requires that we will use for something. Like, for instance, the entire Crystals, the entire Crystal Tower series. Ethernet, let's go to the Baldessian Annex. And with that, little nugget of peace. Oh, it's literally this building right here. Okay, so, actually, mission in Mordona? Mordona? Okay. Are you perchance here to seek Kral? I've given the understanding she has a task for which she desires your assistance. Then I shall fetch her at once. Pray wait a moment. Modern, my thanks for coming. If you're now available, I'd like you and Raha to assist me in a task I had mentioned. For you to call on Modern, I assume the task in question is somewhat more exciting than sorting through paperwork, which, I am pleased to add, I have finished. So if Modern's ready, then so am I. Our venture to the bounty has only served to whet my appetite for adventure. Not to oversell things, but I suspect you won't be disappointed. Ere I divulge in the details, however, permit me to provide some background. As you know, our organization, the Student of Baldessian, was founded by my grandfather Galuf. Our stated mission was to uncover the mysteries of Heidelin and interpret her will, particularly through the study. We've since learned the whole truth, and it might be said that we fulfilled our mission, but our work is far from over. In the course of our endeavors, we've also sought to devise countermeasures against the threats to come to light. Our involvement with the Warring Triad is an example of such. It is my belief that, in continuing to seek out the knowledge and dealing with threats, we best carry on the student's mission. We best honor those we lost, and when the Isle of Val... Forgive me, I didn't mean to darken the mood. In saying all this, I simply want to clarify our organization's purpose for a new age. In line with said purpose, I've been reviewing new requests, and one in particular jumped out at me. It comes from none other than Brambros of the Sons of Thingamajigger. Truly? Has something happened in Mordona then? So it would seem, and he wishes to entrust the matter to us. While his missive is sparse on details, he writes that it lies beyond the Sun's expertise, uncharted territory as the exact words. Wish I'd like you to meet with Rambros and conduct a preliminary survey. What say you? Wonderful. When you're ready, pray make your way to Revenant's stall. I shall let Rambros know to receive you there. I must remain here to oversee our operations, but should it transpire that more hands are needed, don't hesitate to send word. Well, there's no time like the present. If you could go on ahead to Revenant's stall, I shall make ready and then be on my way. We go. And with that, an entire stream is over. I'm gonna be sending y'all over to a friend of mine who is currently playing Final Fantasy Online. I'm gonna send y'all over. I will see him shortly. I hope y'all had a good day. Hope y'all had a good time. Looks like we'll be trying out our horse luck. Anyway, hope to see y'all later. Tuesday, it's going to be Anno. Have a good one. Goodbye.